Hi guys, Bolts96 here, but the O is a 0, and this is my FIFA 23 team of the season. Let's go. First up, the goalkeepers. Nick Pope for Newcastle. He has been a stalwart, and I think he deserves a move to a team traditionally one of the big six, but then again, Newcastle look to be pushing their way in there, so fair enough. Ramsdale has also had a good season, and I do think he should probably be England's number one for the future. I don't think Leno and Kepa deserve to be in this, to be honest, so I'm not going to even speak about them. They don't contend with the others, but I am picking Alisson. Alisson has been Liverpool's best player by a country mile. He's the only one still performing, and if it wasn't for Alisson, Liverpool would be in the bottom half of the league. There's no doubt. So yeah, I am going with Alisson for my goalkeeper. Then, looking at the defence, we'll get this one out of the way quickly with right back because there is only one choice. It's Kieran Trippier. Usually you'd be looking at Trent Alexander-Arnold in there, but obviously he's not had as good of a season. So Kieran Trippier is the choice in there. And for centre-backs, we have a few options. You've got your two Arsenal ones, Gabriel and Saliba, both having good seasons, obviously with Arsenal, both playing really well. You could put either of them in. And Sven Botman as well, he's a part of the toughest defence in the league this year. In his first season, he's still young. He looks to be a real player. And I'd be surprised if he wasn't playing in the Champions League, whether it's with Newcastle or another team within the next season or two. Thiago Silva, brilliant as always. Considering his age, he's just absolutely nuts. He's just smashing it for Chelsea. Lisandro Martinez, yeah, again, pretty good. He has won the World Cup this season as well, which is something to consider, but this is the Premier League team of the season. Couple of other decent ones in there. Ben Mee's been alright. But I think for me, I'm going to go with Sven Botman, who Trippier is his teammate. They've both played really well together. Both been a part of a very solid defence, so I can't look past that. And then left back, Luke Shaw is in there, but no, we're going to go with Alexander Zinchenko. He's just done so much for the Arsenal team. He has really changed their fortunes, or been a big part of the changing fortunes. And if they do go on to win the league, he is a big factor of that. Then defence, Thiago Silva is an outside contender for me, but I think you have to look at one of the two Arsenal centre-backs in Gabriel or Saliba. Gabriel is arguably the better defender. He's the more experienced one, but I think just for the impact Saliba has had coming into this team after his couple of loan spells out, he's still young and he has made a sincere difference to that team. So I'm going to go with William Saliba in defence. Then looking at the midfield, got some good choices in here. Odegaard and De Bruyne. I don't really need to speak too much on them. They've just been unreal, the two of them. They've easily been the best midfielders in the Premier League. And two of the best midfielders in the world this season. They've been unreal. The numbers, goals, assists, the performances they've been providing for both their teams have just been second to none. Centre defensive mids in Casemiro and Rodri. Casemiro's had a good season, but I think the red cards really weigh against him here. He's had a couple too many, and yeah, it is made his it is limited the amount of appearances that he's had for Manchester United, so I can't consider that. Rodri would be a good choice. He is probably the best centre defensive mid in the world right now. He's been fantastic. Bruno Gomes, I love the player. In fact, the next three ones, Bruno Gomes, McAllister and Palhinha, love the three of them. They're just brilliant, and I take all three of them at Liverpool at this point in time. They've just been fantastic. Then you've got players like Maddison as well. Matoma probably shouldn't be in the midfield section, but yeah. Some good ones, but I am going to go with the two obvious choices in Odegaard and Kevin De Bruyne, who have just been fantastic for their teams, and I can't look past that. And then, for me, you've got four contenders: Rodri, Bruno Gomes, McAllister and Palhinha. McAllister and Palhinha have been excellent for their teams, both really good, but I think Rodri and Gomes have been more important to their sides, arguably. And I think the performances they've been putting out there are possibly a touch higher quality than McAllister and Palhinha. So it's a question of those two. And for balance, you'd say Rodri. But for my team this season, who I think deserves to be in there, I'm going with Bruno Gomes. He has been fantastic for Newcastle. I've really enjoyed watching him play, and I would love it if Liverpool could put down the money to get him. It's not going to happen, but there we go. Bruno Gomes is going into my side. And then it is the attackers, and first up, although Harry Kane is having an excellent season, I don't think you're going to look past Haaland, are you? Haaland's just been superb. The amount of goals he has got is unreal. It's unheard of. Just the prolific nature that he carries, it's scary. It is scary to watch. So I think Haaland is going in there straight away. Kane is unfortunate to be missing out on that because he is having a good season, but you can't compare with Haaland. Then you're looking at the wingers then, and you've got Saka, who has been world class, been one of the best wingers in the world this season. Gabriel Martinelli has had a nice season. Grealish as well is proven this season a bit more why City paid the money for him. Looking at Rashford, Rashford's been brilliant, hasn't he? What is he, four player of the months he's had this season? He's just been unreal. The goals he's provided, he has really stepped up his game after a couple of quieter seasons. He's done brilliantly. Salah, it just shows how good this player is. The numbers he is putting out, considering this is apparently his worst season for Liverpool, is insane. It's absolutely insane. The man deserves more respect. Looking at Almiron, he had a brilliant start to the season, but was obviously quieting down quite a lot. Watkins is good as well. Havertz, he shouldn't be in there at all, so we won't even talk about him. But I'm going to look at Marcus Rashford, left wing. I think he deserves that over the other candidates for left wing. And then for me, it's a question of Salah and Saka. Numbers-wise, you're talking Salah. Salah goes in there. He's better than the other options. The other two wingers we've not spoke about there, Mahrez and Darwin Núñez. Mahrez has been alright, and Darwin Núñez, considering its first season, has been quite good, but I don't think he's a contender for this. So it is between Salah and Saka. And I would love to be picking Salah, and I think his numbers do deserve to be in there, but just for the performances, the ability that he's shown, the consistency, and again, his numbers have been good, I am going with Bukayo Saka. And there we have it. That is my FIFA 23 team of the season. It's not too bad, some good players in there. Thankfully, as a Liverpool supporter, I do have Alisson in there, and I don't think too many people would argue with that. But that is the team. It hurts me to be putting in a Manchester United player and a couple of City players, but what can you do, eh? That is the team. They all deserve it. They deserve to be in the team of the season, and they are my picks. And there we have it, guys. That is my FIFA 23 team of the season. Let me know down in the comments what you think, and if you liked what you watched, please do remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of my picks. Am I talking nonsense, or do you agree with the players I've chose for my team of the season? Please do remember to catch me on my streams on Twitch, Bolts96, but the O's are 0. I'll see you on the next video.